3. And what is up, guys? It's your boy Andy Matrix. We're back. It's been a couple of weeks since we've done the last show, right?
Yeah.
You know, the Otaku Trio is back. We got our first live show since like a month. And we got a special guest. We got the Anime Night joining us tonight,
Welcome,
baby.
Night.
Hello,
Everybody, give a hand
everybody.
to our friend here at the Anime Night joining us for our live
Great guy.
stream.
Really great guy.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun.
Hello,
We got some amazing topics to talk about, man. So what have you guys been doing for the past week?
Mostly gaming.
If you guys seen how busy I've been with my channel, I've been on this is my fourth stream, actually. This is my fourth one this whole week. And
Yeah,
I
I
just
saw
went
you.
up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I saw you on Ryan Rogers' channel the other
Oh,
day.
phenomenal guy. Phenomenal.
Yeah, he's really
I
nice.
told him-
I've been on a stream with him once before. Me on Fat Stevens. He's a nice guy.
Dude, Jay got me crying and hysterical. He was so funny. And thankfully he made me cry in happy tears and laughter because my eyes have been burning for the last few days. So luckily it cleared out most of the gunk, but I could still see and everything. I am almost done with the haunted house project I've been working on in Blender. It's nearly done. I just got to put pumpkins and
Nice.
a few vampire bats on it. I did put some fog on it.
Oh, I didn't know you modeled. You know, I used to 3D model. Like I'm not very good at it anymore, though.
Well, this fog, it moves now. Like you'll see what I mean when I upload.
Particle effects. You're giving me nostalgia for when I used to 3D model.
Yeah. What about you, Dante?
I've been playing a lot of Warhammer Dark Tide, and I've been addicted to that game.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
I just leveled up my what do you call it, a psyker to like level 30. I don't know, man. I am hooked to that game. I just leveled up to level 30 today, and
Yeah.
that game is addicting.
You should start streaming, bro. You should start streaming.
I used to do it for a little bit, and I stopped, but I think I'm gonna do it again because
we can collab sometime, you and me.
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Dash. I've seen Dash has been playing a lot of games, man. You've been playing some games I never even heard of.
Oh yeah, the Eternal Darkness. That's
an old game for the GameCube, right?
Yeah, old school gem. I got it like backwards compatibility for the Wii. I got it all set up. That memory card we bought in New York City.
Nice.
You know, so yeah, that has been fun game because it has this sanity system that like when it gets low enough, the game will pretend like it's crashing or that it restart itself. Like it plays like tricks on you. Like that.
I played that game a long time ago. It's a really fun game.
Yeah. Me personally, I've been studying. Like I've been just working on my art. I've been just trying to improve my art skills, and I actually have a separate YouTube channel where I draw and paint. Using Clip Studio. I'm a digital artist.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't go back to like the traditional stuff because if you guys ever done art, like traditional art is like it's kind of messy. Like it's good, but it's kind of messy, But I like digital art because everything's just there, and then you could just it's just there's no mess, you could say.
I've seen you post your stuff in your
I've been joining some anime girls, because I'm trying to draw some of that I guess Twitter sexy anime chicks,
I have one going. I have a chick going of my own, so details will be dropping pretty soon. I just spoke with my artist. She is almost done.
Nice.
Okay, you're gonna have your own like mascot?
Yes, I'm gonna have like multiple mascots. The one I'm currently working on is gonna be part of my own little club of mascots from different channels. Like because you gotta have a female mascot somewhere in the channel,
Yeah.
Oh, I know it.
and to annoy the little social clubic goons who do not like attractive women. I want to alienate them some more with that.
Nice,
Ah,
nice. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I know a certain
nice.
Twitch PNG I know a certain VTuber from Twitch who is all about that's been looking for actually a lowly sidekick.
Yeah,
Oh,
the more anime
good
artists, the
lord!
better. Honestly, the
Yeah.
more the more anime artists, the better. So we can show these freaking weirdos like,
What
this is what an attractive woman looks like. This is what a woman looks like.
Yeah,
Idiot.
What's up, chat?
like you have
I've been
scarecrows, you need woke crows.
I've
Woke
been getting
crows?
bombarded
Yeah.
by artists. So
Yeah, and the woke crow is just a big titty anime girl.
Ah.
there you go. That's what we need.
Oh shit! I just got the joke.
Yeah.
What the heck? I get
Oh,
it. I get it. What the
it's
heck?
okay. It's okay.
All right, dudes, man, I'm so excited. We got some pretty cool news from Dragon Ball. Now, Dragon Ball has always been, I consider Dragon Ball like America's first anime in a way.
Yeah,
Not
it's gateway.
not officially, but America's first gateway anime into the world of anime.
I
you could
think
say.
Speed Racer like fits more into like America's big exposure.
Yeah, it was that. I will say Sailor Moon was part of that. But we got some recent news about Dragon Ball. So we have a new show called Dragon Ball Daima that's gonna be coming. I don't know what kind of I don't know like how many seasons or how many episodes it's gonna be. But basically, they're bringing back Little Goku.
Yeah,
bringing back
it's
little
not
Goku.
just little Goku. They're making everyone little.
Yeah. Marvel.
Everyone's chibi tiny. I don't get it.
All right, so let me just
Even
pull up the article.
even Mr. Satan's a child.
guys see that?
Honestly, my thoughts is no one asked for this.
Yes.
Nobody asked for this. Give us some more Dragon Ball Super, and not for the I'm not the biggest fan of Super either, but at least give us more Super.
Yeah, I want to see the Minotaur guy.
But you know what's funny? You know why I think they decided to do Dragon Ball Daima? I think it's because, and I've been saying this since Dragon Ball Super came out. I think it's because they might have written themselves into a corner. Okay, if you look at Dragon Ball Super, all the power-ups, Super Saiyan God, the God levels, it's like they had to bring in the whole story about the 12 universes and the other gods to compete with Goku and Vegeta because they were getting so strong, right? If it wasn't for like the tournament of power and all of that, who else will Goku and Vegeta compete?
Well, there's this Minotaur guy he fights in the manga.
Moro?
Yeah, Moro. Like I haven't been looking at the spoilers, but like theoretically he should be fighting him.
Yeah, there's Moro and Granola. I've been reading the I caught up with the manga, and I just think they written themselves into a corner with the power levels.
Why not just continue where the manga is? Are they just waiting for catch up? Maybe
that could be a reason, but at the same time, I think that a lot of people have been saying this. Dragon Ball Super wrote themselves into a corner. Also, Dragon Ball Super tried to bring back a lot of the things from the original Dragon Ball with Little Goku. They brought back abilities. They brought back magic. Right? Because in the original Dragon Ball, there was a lot of characters that had abilities, right?
Well, yeah, there was a lot more like whimsical characters. There was a lot more hijinks and
yes, exactly. And I think that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're saying, because I still think the original Dragon Ball with Little Goku was the shit, man. I think
he had no chill.
But you can't argue that like Z and Dragon Ball are like night and day.
Yes. Dragon Ball Z and the original Dragon Ball with Little Goku, it's the best. Those were the best series,
Well, no, I mean like that, like the Z was what made Dragon Ball like mainstream, and that's what like Super like continued. was that. But
Hmm.
and Dragon Ball just feels like very different in comparison to everything else that comes after.
Yeah.
It
Here's what I
is.
tell people. Here's what I tell people. Like Dragon Ball with Little Goku is more epic fantasy. It's more fantasy. And then Dragon Ball Z, like once they go out, once the Raditz and the Saiyans come to the planet,
Mm-hmm.
that's more science fiction,
Yes, true,
right?
true,
That's more
absolutely.
science fiction. And ever since then, Dragon Ball just has been it's been feeling more of like a science like a sci-fi series in a way. But
Well,
it's I think they're trying to bring back more of that more of that fantasy magic feel to it.
well, I mean,
And
wasn't Beerus kind of like a way to bring back the the elements, like bringing in the divine?
well, see, but the thing is that they're still going into outer space. They're still doing
Yeah,
all
it's
of
true. He's
that.
still a cosmic
So
being. He's still a cosmic being. So
you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like it's
true,
still
true.
sci-fi in a way. It's more sci-fi than fantasy, you could say. So I mean, you just can't beat Little Goku. I mean, they brought back Little Goku in GT, although I don't think GT is canon. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's not canon.
Right. So they brought back Little
But Super
Goku in
Saiyan
GT.
4 should be canon because that design is on fire.
It
Oh
is.
my God! Like
That
that's
was,
one
that's
thing
the
that
only
I
thing I would
hated.
probably bring in canon. That's the thing I'd probably
Yeah.
bring into canon is Super Saiyan
Yeah.
4, like the
Oh yeah.
lost, the lost Saiyan form. It would be a lost one,
Yes.
like
Oh my
lost
Mhm.
for
goodness, man.
billions of years until one day Goku finds a
Yeah,
letter.
they'll rewrite the lore just like they rewrote Broly's lore, and
Oh,
they'll incorporate it.
Yeah, and see, that's what I hated about Dragon Ball Super. Like when the Super Saiyan God came into, I said, okay, well, Goku has red hair now. Okay, fine, that looks pretty cool. But then
Mhm.
like now he has blue hair, and I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, in the next movie.
Yeah, and then he has Super Saiyan. Was it Ultra?
No,
Ultra
Ultra
Instinct.
Instinct.
Oh, Ultra Instinct. He just has
That's not
white hair.
that's not Super Saiyan though. That's a completely different power, which is
Yeah,
actually like really really cool because it's not Super Saiyan. It's not has nothing to do with Saiyan power at all. Actually,
I mean, I understand that, but they just keep changing his hair color. What is it? Is this like Power Rangers? Just red, blue, yellow, white. And then they will. Come on,
they'll come
dude.
out with green.
Pink.
They're gonna come with green.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
gonna do it.
Eventually, there's gonna be a green Saiyan. No,
well,
wait, Brawly. Brawly's green.
Dark Super Saiyan Rose is already a thing
Yeah,
because
Oh,
Black
damn
Goku.
it.
So they have pink.
yeah. So it's like, what else are they gonna come up with? Like, that's why I really, really, really like. I like the Super Saiyan 3 form, and I really, really like the Super Saiyan 4. Super
Mhm.
Saiyan 4 from GT. They gotta make it canon somehow, and I think Dragon Ball Daima is probably gonna be the gateway into making that happen. Maybe we don't know yet, but maybe.
That would be cool.
I mean, think about it.
Actually, I
What
know
would be
I know
really
way.
cool is if they made Baby canon because Baby was a great villain,
Mm,
and no one else a fan of Baby.
not
Oh,
really.
just me. Oh, okay. I feel
don't mind
alone.
Well,
Baby.
he has his
There you
moments
go,
here and
Dante.
there. But I think I can come up with a way for that to work. I mean, if we are going down this route, the way they can do it, right before Planet Vegeta blows up, Vegeta, Prince Vegeta. I don't know if he was still a child during that destruction.
Yeah,
So
he was. He
Yeah,
was.
he was.
He
He
was
was.
a child.
okay, so he was still there. So he stole let's say like a little manuscript. We'll call it a manuscript of the Super Saiyan lore. And then Super Saiyan 4 is there. And then and then fast forward to the events of Dragon Ball Z, and then afterwards, Vegeta finds that paper again, or manifest, whatever you want to call it, and it's like, I gotta tell Kakarot about this. Now that he's fully out of the phase he was in during the Saiyan saga of Dragon Ball Z, and it's like, and he tells Goku about it, like, Goku, there's a fourth Super Saiyan transformation. It was considered lost, but here is the proof. Because I feel like Vegeta would be the only person to do it. He's the only person who knows ins and outs of Super Saiyan. So if it's anybody, I'd rather have it be him who tells Goku.
Hmm.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean,
I
but
just think they should have a threat that comes outside of the 12 universes, like something like completely ultra cosmic.
well, I mean, now that they're kids again, right? Now that they're kids, I mean, the question is, can they turn Super Saiyan? Can Goku? Can Goku? Is Goku's gonna use Super Saiyan God? I mean, if he's gonna use Super Saiyan God as a kid, man, that's gonna be whack. That's gonna ruin it.
Oh,
I don't want to see
absolutely.
that
That
again,
would kill
honestly.
it. That would kill it for me.
You know they will.
It's gonna overpower everybody, you know.
Watch. They'll even do the fusion as kids, and then
Oh
it'll be like
God.
mini Go tanks. It'll just be like mini
Oh
Go tanks,
no.
and there's only
Oh
one Go
no.
tanks. I want to
We
see
only have
adult Go tanks.
we have one we have one child Go tanks already. We don't need another one.
Mm.
Oh God. Oh God. I bet they're gonna chalice Piccolo. I'm expecting that.
Oh man,
Baby Piccolo.
baby Piccolo.
I mean, but see, this
Would
is this
they
is
would they have the nerve to do it though? Would they have the nerve to do it?
No, they will. They will, because they
Oh
make
God.
Piccolo ultra grumpy.
God, oh no, they're gonna do it to Master Roshi. Oh, they're gonna do it to Master Roshi, aren't they? They're gonna
yo.
do
Did
it.
you see? Did you see Baby Master Roshi? Like Kid Master Roshi?
Oh, they have it now.
Oh my God! Wait, hold on. I gotta show you guys. Dragon Ball.
Oh,
Daima,
it
Roshi.
exists. Oh my Lord, help me!
Yeah. Where's
Oh
he?
my God, it's Krillin. It's Krillin.
That's
Yeah, he
Krillin.
looks like Krillin.
He looks
Oh
like
no!
like
Oh
Krillin.
my God!
That is
No!
Krillin.
No! It is Roshi. It is Roshi.
No, it's Roshi. It is Roshi. Look at the
Oh my
glasses.
God! He has the stick.
He looks like Krillin.
He has the stick. He has the stick. Krillin called. He demands his bald head back.
Wait. So Roshi was always bald?
No, I think I
Didn't he have blue hair, or that was just a disguise?
no. Roshi had like he put on a wig once, but like I think he, because he was a martial artist, maybe he just shaved his head like Krillin. And no, this is Krillin. This is Krillin right here. Hold on, this is Krillin right here.
Actually,
Oh my God! And he's still. Oh, they still make him look like a baby. So much for character growth.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still crying.
oh no.
Oh,
You know
my
what?
God.
This-
Tomiyama
this-
hates everyone not named Goku and Vegeta. He hates
Pretty much.
everyone.
Pretty much.
Oh my God! I wonder what they're gonna do to Bulma. Oh my Lord!
Oh my.
Hey, look, they got Android 18.
Well, I don't want to even think about it, because then they'll.
No!
I don't.
Oh no!
Where is it? Where is it?
What
Hold on.
the
I
hell?
saw it around here.
I don't want to hear Monica Rial's voice get even squeakier. Oh God.
Right here.
Oh my Lord!
Oh,
Right here.
Oh
I'm not
no!
watching it. I do not like, especially not the dub. I don't want to hear Monica Rial's voice get even squeakier. Like, she's already a horrible enough a person.
Yeah,
I
so,
can't
this
even.
is-
I can't do the voice because otherwise the family orbs would literally be lodged up in my throat right now if I did it.
All right, here's the logo. Here's the new logo, actually.
Oh,
Daima.
that's not so bad.
Yellow
That's-
and purple. I wonder if that has any significance.
Hmm.
I mean, purple
Trunks.
probably like maybe has to do because of the demon that they're gonna fight.
Oh, is that Corrin?
Spoilers.
Corrin, yay!
I like
What makes you
Corrin.
say
I actually
that-
like this
Corrin.
character.
Yeah, like he's from the original Dragon Ball. Like, like climbing this pillar was a big thing.
Oh, I remember the hype of that because everybody at when I was in elementary school at the time, I remember everybody talking about like what's at the top of the pillar, and then come to find out it was Corrin, and he was a talking cat, and everybody lost their collective shit the next day. And
Why?
it was so much fun. I mean, to everybody who's watching, back in the day, when you went to school after like the hottest Dragon Ball Z episode,
Hmm.
you would hear it throughout the halls. Like no matter
Oh
where you
yeah.
went, you would
Oh
hear it
yeah.
in the classroom, in the lunchroom, at recess, and after school.
Hey,
It
let me
was
ask you
everywhere.
something.
Yes, sir.
Anime night. Let me ask you
Yes, sir.
something. Maybe it was just my school, maybe back in the early 2000s, but do you ever remember people trading Dragon Ball images like they were freaking like commodities or like fucking trading cards? Like I swear to
I do
God, like
remember that. I do
yeah,
remember that. And then we actually
okay.
had a me and my friend me and my me and my elementary school buds back in the day.
Hmm.
Um, we had our own kids next door actually.
Yeah, so back in the 2000s, people would make money selling Dragon Ball Z pictures. So, especially
Oh,
if
believe me,
back then
they
in the 2000s, if you had a color printer, you could sell a Dragon Ball image for like $5 back then.
believe me,
Wow.
somebody had the whole set. They had it
Yeah, oh hell yeah.
about that high
Yeah, I still
for
remember those
comparison.
HTML. You remember those HTML websites like blackgohan.com? Those websites,
Yes,
remember that?
yeah, I do. I remember those. Actually, there was a Bulma card, and apparently the dude, you're not gonna believe this. This is so insulting to this day. I mean,
Hmm.
now it'd be like, oh, okay, but back then he wanted like $25 for it, and then the Master Roshi one, he wanted 50. And I'm like,
Are you
we're
serious?
we're in fucking elementary school. What kid has fifty
Okay.
dollars?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but then
My
again,
school,
there was the snarky fans. This dude came in and bought the whole set and looked at us, flipped us off, and walked away.
yeah, my
Meanwhile, the
school was
guy,
just about the Yu-Gi-Oh. That was my school.
Yeah,
Was
that was
like
another thing. No, but like back
yes,
then, Dragon Ball images were commodities because remember back then the color printers were hard to find. Like they were rare, especially in the schools. Nobody had color printers unless you were like a business owner,
Oh yeah, I have that
right?
deck. Yeah, that's a cool starter deck.
Yeah, hold on, wait, let me see that. Let me see that.
Oh
I
yeah,
got
it's
it
an
for 15.
Egyptian god Slifer the Side Dragon
Okay,
starter
yeah.
deck.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, Andy. Hang on. Here you go, buddy. There you
What's
go.
up?
That's what I have,
Yeah,
and
and look at his screen.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to increase the quality here of my stream.
sorry, it's bright as hell
What's
over here.
that? I can't. It's kind of blurry.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can find him real
What's on?
quick.
Wait, what's on the box? I can't.
It's Slifer the Sky Dragon.
Oh, now I see it. Okay, now sorry, it was kind of like blurry on my video footage. All right. Yeah,
And here
I haven't played
is.
Yu-Gi-Oh in like a million years.
There he
Oh,
is.
Slide for the Sky Dragon. Wow.
Yeah.
That's taking it
Holographic
back.
too. Holographic too.
You had
I
the,
Wow.
you had the rest of the
I
Egyptian god cards?
what's up?
You had the rest of the Egyptian god cards, like Wayne Dragon of
I
Ra and Obelisk the Tormentor?
I will get them eventually. I that's next on my list of cards because I'm gonna be building another deck pretty soon.
Uh,
Well, I'm still building up my my Yumi control deck. I'm missing a few things, but
nice.
Slifer, I'm probably gonna do the Gravekeepers one because that deck, I play it online and that deck carries. I am and Tune as well. So watch out for me because I have my tunes and Gravekeepers. You have no idea what I'll be playing. It's a guessing game because every now and then when I'm playing Master Duel or Duel Links, I switch up my deck after each duel, so no one knows what I'm playing with.
Hey, were you
Uh,
able to build a Dark Magician deck? I always wanted to build like one of those like a full on Yugi Moto Dark Magician deck, just magicians. Just
there was a gentleman at the card shop a while back in my high school days. He had the most BS Yugi deck I have ever seen. He even had the 5 Exodia cards.
oh really?
He won the tournament with that.
Wow.
He won it. It was the finals, and from my memory, because I was there, and I lost in the qualifying round. I lost in that one because I lost to oh god, what was it? It'll come back to me. But anyway, so it was the finals between him and the Blue Eyes Dragon deck. It was neck and neck, like they were going at it, and it was 500 to 500. This guy pulls out his Dark Magician and Magical Hats, and um what was and Dark Magic Attack, and oh Jesus, my lore is slipping from my head, but he pulled all those out and won the duel.
Damn. Hold on.
And his other hand was the five was
Wait,
40
hold on. I got a
Exodia cards.
message here, and the viewers just joined. Say hello. All right, so looks like Brandon, the anime guy, and his viewers are I guess they're watching us. I got a message here on YouTube. All right, well, let's go ahead and continue. So on to our next topic, guys. On to our next. Let me share the article here. On to our next. Oh wait, hold on. Darn it. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
the
so-
Best Buy
Oh.
stuff.
Ow.
Yeah,
Ow.
I made a video about this, and some people were like just tripping, man. Some people were just like fell into depression.
Well, it's because that's what Best Buy
Uh.
like. That's why people go to Best Buy. They go to Best Buy to buy movies.
Yeah, I mean, I bought like multiple electronics from Best Buy, so it's been like my go-to place for electronics. That and Amazon. So Best Buy will stop selling Blu-rays and DVDs starting January of 2024. So the way we watch movies and TV shows is much different today. So let me ask you guys. When was the last time you bought a DVD or Blu-ray?
A couple of years ago, I got Godzilla King of Monsters 2019 from Best Buy.
Dante?
I think I bought the Office box set, all the seasons.
Wow.
When?
Flex.
Yeah, it was. I had to do it, and Parks and Recreation, maybe about 2 years ago. Yeah.
Okay, 2 years ago.
Dante,
and
I would Dante, if I had chips and dip and everything in root beer, I'd be over at your house.
Yeah.
To answer your question, to answer your question though, Andy, I recently got some Dragon Ball DVDs and GT from oh darn it. I forget what store my roommate mentioned, but it was a thrift shop actually. $10 for the whole thing.
I mean, I love buying DVDs, especially like good stuff.
Yeah, so but I mean, you guys said like 2 years ago, right? I think Dash said like 2 years ago. he
1
bought a
year
DVD.
ago. Probably
Okay,
1
1
year
year
ago.
ago. Me, I haven't bought DVDs since like before the pandemic. So since like 2019.
Wait,
What
does
about mine?
asking for the Sonic 2 movies and then getting a double pack Blu-ray count as buying because it was a Christmas gift?
Oh,
I
well,
mean-
you didn't buy it though. That was a gift.
Okay.
Yeah.
So mine doesn't count as me buying it. Then the last time I bought one was the Cardcaptor Sakura
Okay.
set and at Zia Records.
All right, but the point is that Best Buy, they know what they're selling. Similar to like, you know how like Barnes and Nobles, they started adding more manga bookshelves in their store and got rid of some of the comic book bookshelves, right? Because they know what's
I
selling.
saw that. I
Right?
saw. I can attest. I can attest to this too. He's not making this
Yeah.
up, people. He's not making this up. There's a whole
I've been there too.
section.
It's true.
That's
No,
where I got.
trust me. I made multiple videos of me walking around Barnes and Nobles and looking at like 12 shelves of manga and like 2 shelves of American comic books. right? They know what's selling. They know what's selling. Best Buy, they know what's selling. And Blu-rays and DVDs, they're not selling like it was the 2000s, bro. It just isn't, you know. And I think we're here. I think this is the beginning of like the going all digital and all that shit. Now, and just to be clear, I don't think that everything is gonna go completely digital. If anything, I think like paperback books, like paperback comic books, are gonna become even more valuable because if most people are consuming them, let's say on their digital device, I'm thinking that the paperback copy is going to go up in price. It's going
It
to go up
will.
in price. So like instead of like a maybe like a $15 manga, we'll probably be paying like $25 for a manga, something like that.
Do you think the price of
Actually,
manga
this
is going to go up $25?
mine
I mean,
is
if it gets to the point, where like 60-80% of sales of comic books and manga comes from digital, like Amazon Kindle and things like that, then I will say the paperback is going to become even more valuable, and then the real fans are going to be spending money on the actual paperback, right? So
I
because when
could
it comes to
I could never afford like manga if it got that expensive.
I mean, we're not there yet, so we're not there yet. Let's just say,
Yeah, well,
but
we should never even be there. We should never even be there
well,
in the first place.
manga was meant to be affordable for the simple fact that it's in black and white. It was meant to be affordable, like less than $15. It was always meant to be affordable. So maybe I mean I'm exaggerating. $25 maybe it's not going to be that much. Maybe it'll go up by $2-3. But the point is that the value of paperback is going to go up in price. And the same thing for DVDs. Right? I mean, I don't think DVDs are going to be super expensive, but since everybody is on video streaming platforms around the world, I mean, I know people in the Philippines they never bought a DVD, but they watch movies on the internet. So I
mhm.
think DVDs and Blu-rays are for the real fans. Now, in the video I made on my channel, if you guys want to go watch that on the Andy Matrix channel, I made a video explaining this, saying that this is probably going to open up an opportunity, right, for independent publishers, right? Because when the entire world is just consuming, movies and TV shows that they do not own from Netflix and Amazon Prime and Disney, whatever, because we don't own those shows on Netflix. We're subscribers to those services. So what's going to happen is that it's going to open up an opportunity for, let's say for vendors at anime conventions. This is going to be profitable for them, because when people can't find that Netflix anime, let's say like B Stars,
I
when they can't
agree.
find it in at the stores, then they're gonna go somewhere else to get the DVD. It's like, oh my god, look, B Stars season 1 and 2. I always
Hey,
I always wanted to own it.
hey, the retro games
Amazon.
at the cons, like they're all that's already kind of like a thing. Like I picked up Tomb Raider 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
But now that Tomb Raider 3 is getting a remaster next year and it's uncensored, I kind of feel silly. But hey, I at least have 4. They're not remastering 4 for some reason.
Right. So yeah. So I think this is the direction we're going.
I don't
So
like it.
I mean, look at it this way. In the 1990s, everybody was using cassettes. Anybody, you guys remember cassettes, right? I'm not the oldest guy here.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Good times.
Everybody remembers cassettes with the what you call it, that
The cassette player, the
no,
Walkman.
no, what in the thing, the little disc,
Yeah, you're called cassettes.
right? But no, but what's inside the cassettes? That's that string. What do you
Yeah,
call it?
that's called film, and it's very
What, tape?
Yeah, the
it's
film, right? The film.
and that's very easy to damage. That's why disc replaced it because
Exactly. Right. So we went from cassettes to disc, and then from disc to Blu-rays, right?
well,
Mhm.
And
Blu-ray's
then
still a disc technically.
well,
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
Blu-ray still at this, but from Blu-ray now to just digital, you could just download the thing to your, to your 200 gigabyte, SSD card on your phone or your laptop, right?
Well, I don't buy digital movies. That's the thing. I don't know who who does.
Right. Well, the thing about digital movies, like let's say if you buy the digital copy on Amazon, you can watch it as long as you have an Amazon account. So if you ever like if Amazon ever like I don't know, bans you or like closes your account, guess what? All those movies that you purchase, the digital versions, they're all gone. And
Yeah, that's why that's a crap system.
yeah, though I think it was last year. Last year, Sony PlayStation in Europe, they did this thing where like the digital media that the Europeans bought, like I think there was like an upgrade or some crap, and then like all their movies were like erased that they spent money on,
See,
and
this
then
is
they couldn't
hell.
have access to it.
Like, see, like this is hell. Like, Andy, like this is like this is why I won't be getting Alan Wake on because it doesn't have a physical copy. I'm so mad that they're not trying to preserve this game.
No, and I get it. And this is why I say it's not going to completely die. I just think that, like basically like people like for example, like the anime tourists,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
that watch movies, but they're not necessarily movie fanatics. They just want to sit down and watch something just to be entertained.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Those
yeah.
people, right? Those people, they are going they subscribe to a whole bunch of like video streaming services. They're not out there trying to buy DVDs. They're not collectors, right? And this is why I think that the price of Blu-rays and DVDs will go up. Like we'll still have a disc copy, a DVD copy of it for people to buy. It's just going to be more pricey, right? For the real fans that really like that anime or that movie that came out, and they really want it on DVD as they collect, to collect it, right? I think that's still going to exist, but like it's not gonna be like before, where like back in the 1990s, if I wanted to watch a movie, my grandmother, she had to get me the VHS on the VHS player. You know, you had to get the VHS,
Mm-hmm.
and
Speaking of which, I did see the last time I was at Bookman's, I saw a few episodes of Sailor Moon on VHS.
wait, where?
There's a store called Bookman's here in AZ.
Where do you live?
In Arizona.
Oh, Arizona. Okay, Arizona. So, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a place called Bookman's. They sell a bunch of stuff. You should see their DVD rack and their manga lot, and they had some anime figures too.
Mm.
That's where I got my. That's where I got like half of my stuff. My first one was the Shishomaru Jokin figure, which I will forever cherish till the day I die. I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna have that practically put in my casket and buried with me.
Damn.
Because fuck the heirs. No one's gonna get that shit. But I did see the Sailor Moon ones, and they had a Card Captor Sakura one too. But they wanted
A
a
VHS?
ridiculous amount on VHS.
Oh wow, man.
I
Wow.
was half tempted to get it, but I realized I didn't have a VHS player. I mean, I could go and get one, but where the hell am I gonna put it?
Yeah, so you know what's now that you mentioned that store, another thing that I've noticed is like a lot of places that what they do, a lot of stores what they do to prevent themselves from going broke, they start selling anime merchandise.
that they do.
Yeah.
I can attest to this because
Oh
there's
yeah.
FYE, there's Zia Records, there's Bookman's like I mentioned.
Yeah.
There's Lunchbox. GameStop is surprisingly unironically that's where I got Sailor Mercury actually. The mini one, the mini not the Funko, the mini figure I have of her. I have
Oh,
two
okay.
of her actually, the Funko and then the actual figure. That's where I got her at.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I got Sailor Neptune at Barnes and Noble.
So,
Oh,
do you
nice.
want to know what I'm going to do because of this? I'm going to go back to shopping at GameStop for my games. I was
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I'm sorry, guys, but GameStop is probably going to go out of business in the next few years. Looking at how their business is going, because they're not really bringing anything new to the table, you know. And again, like I
well,
said,
they've been
even
poorly run for a long time, yet they're still around.
yeah, but I mean, look at the video game industry. Even in the video game industry, like now, like what, like 40% of video game sales are digital.
Hmm.
It's a forced manufactured thing. Like, this is why, like, like they're trying to force you to buy only digital. The physical market is still a big market in the video game industry. Like, they want it to go away. They want it to go away so they can take your games away from you. That's really what it's about. It's about control.
Exactly. That's why the hedge people over at the Wall Street got really pissed off with what happened. That to this day, I'm still laughing about that because that was the greatest thing that ever
Oh,
happened.
did you see Dumb Money? They made a movie about it.
I have to go see that then. I'll have to give that. I'll have to check that
Me,
out. To this day, that's probably the greatest power move I have ever
Yeah,
seen
you
from
should see
GameStop.
the movie. See Dumb Money. It's all about the GameStop short squeeze.
um, guys. So here's an example of what I was saying. This was a little bit after the pandemic, right? So 2022, 90% of video game sales were, were digital. So
Out of based on what region? 90% of video games where?
hold on a second. Are digital sales taking over video games? Claims 89% of video game purchases digital downloads, while
When
10% were physical. But again, this was a little bit after the pandemic when we were still, trying to get
according
back
to
to
the
normal.
BBC, roughly, it's got to be a lot bigger than that. I'm not buying it.
Um,
I call BS because it depends on where it also depends on where you're at in this giant ass planet too. It depends because I know a few people who are in the UK. Some people I know who are in Australia, and even us here, and a few people in Japan. It greatly depends because it's like where are we getting this? Where are
well,
we getting these statistics from?
I'm
You can
assuming it's
only
mostly the Western world because I think right now the biggest consumer of digital media is what people in the West. Because you go to
that
Japan,
explains.
Japan is still very physical. Japan, they still want to use cash money. They're still about physical media in Japan.
Well, that's because Japan is smart and we're not.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's a good one. Well played.
Yeah.
Well played, Dash. Well played.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
Sorry, I was just.
I'd rather go I rather
Yeah.
tie I rather tie that fucking clown in Japan to a post and show him how to treat the Japanese people with respect.
Wait, who?
Oh, he's talking about that guy. Hey, this ties into your other story. You know the
What,
the
Somali?
one about the equity score in
Oh, the
Japan.
BlackRock in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just pulling up the article. We're gonna get
Oh,
into
oh
it
yeah,
right now.
perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
Isn't it great
Yeah.
how like things just segue?
All right. So, Financial Times said Fumio Kishida calls BlackRock and other funds to invest in Japan's future, aka turn Japan into America. What is?
Yeah, that's a bad move right there.
Wait,
Mhm.
No,
what's the
that's
freaking article?
That is the greed. ASG is like killing like every like sector of the American business with these like stupid mandates and this fake compassion.
Mhm.
Yeah, then you have all the articles like the Bloomberg says BlackRock thinks sees echoes of 1980s miracle in Japan. So basically, they're trying to bring. The reason why they want BlackRock is because BlackRock is worth $1 trillion. Trillion with a T. Okay, not a
Not a
B.
small T.
T. Trillion.
Not
I
a
heard
small T. Other people, not a small T. It's the
I heard
capital T.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard they were
exactly.
running out of cash because of all the ESG losses. I don't understand how these people can still like fund every business and like and make every all the business do all the dancing and the PC stuff.
The well's drying up, man. It's gonna dry up eventually.
It's
It
gonna
has
dry up
to.
eventually. I mean, look at Disney. Disney has been like they had to cut back on a lot of stuff. They had
Oh,
to
oh,
fire a whole bunch of
oh!
people.
Didn't you hear they're going to remake Frozen? Like Frozen was only 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too soon
It's
for
not.
a
It's not
freaking
that
remake.
old yet.
But yeah,
It's
so
not that old yet.
let people enjoy it. Like, why? You're just desperate for money
Yeah.
that they would make a movie that came out 10 years ago. That's
And
just
watch.
terrible.
The minute they announce it and the minute they get things going, it's gonna be Snow White Part 2.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Just,
God.
just you wait. Just you wait. They will.
Yeah, we're gonna cover that later.
Someone
By the way.
somewhere is gonna pull that. They're gonna pull
Yeah,
that, and
we're gonna get into Snow White later on in the show, but so BlackRock, because if you
reservations
guys
for that.
understand, if you guys know Japanese history, 1980s Japan was probably richer than America back then, and I mean I was reading stories
Because
about like how a business.
oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You first.
Yeah, I was reading stories about how like businessmen they would like walk into a bar and spend like thousands of dollars and shit. There were people were balling. People were balling in Japan back then in the 80s. Like you thought America was rich during that period, that from 70s to 80s. That period was just a money making decade for Japan,
Okay.
Also, if
right?
you've
And
seen
they
my,
came to. Mhm.
also, if you've seen my history of anime and its influence on the Western world,
Yeah.
it's true because there was the anime boom of the 80s as well, so it contributed to part of that. But
Oh,
you
yeah.
are correct, though, Andy. You are correct in that manner.
No, I mean you guys heard about how Japan is stuck in the 1980s.
No.
You guys heard about that, right?
No.
This
You-
is
okay,
news
well,
to me.
Okay, well, I mean, you don't study Japan like me. I'm a Japan freak. I study Japan like it's freaking like I'm going to school and shit. Like I'm gonna get my bachelor's in Japanese history and shit. So, so, so
Way to flex on us there, Andy.
I'm sorry. But like,
And I mean
So-
that with love and respect. I mean
no,
that with love.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So back then, in the 80s, like the reason why Japan stuck in the 80s is because it was the greatest freaking time. The animators, dude, animators were getting paid way more than they are now in the 80s, right? And like that's when a lot of anime started going out overseas to South America in United States, right? So they were doing a lot of business all over. They started doing a lot of business all over the world, and a lot of their their electronics and the machines that they were selling from like just like home appliances and shit like that. They were balling. I'm talking just draining money. Like I imagine like a Japanese businessman just fucking dollar bills or yen bills falling out his freaking pockets, you know. And then came the 1990s. Then came the 1990s, the banking crisis, and people are like, "Oh shit!" And then that's why the Japanese economy hasn't been growing for the past 30 years, right? So they're thinking, okay, well, if we can, because people couldn't borrow money from the bank, like interest rates were too high and shit.
So they think ESG is going to like boost the Japanese economy.
Well, not necessarily, the social equity, let's just say that type of stuff, the ESG. Is they want to borrow money to help their businesses grow, for Japanese startups, for new Japanese business, for new business ventures. They need the capital. And for the last 30 years, it's just been difficult because of the banking system and all of that.
But like making a deal with Larry Fink is like making a deal with the devil.
You know what? You're right. You're right. And
I
maybe they
agree.
haven't found that out. They haven't
They
found
about
that
to
out.
they
If
about
I
to
was
find that real
strapped, if I
soon.
was in a room, if I was in a
Find
room with
that.
if I was in a room with Bob Iger and Fink, I would just get up and walk away. I would not do business with both of them.
Yeah,
Put
I
me
mean,
with somebody else.
Well, they're both horrible at spending. They both spend ludicrous amounts of money and they waste it.
yeah, I mean, you know, they don't know. I think they're about to find out what they're gonna get themselves into, right? And
I mean,
and,
they're
and I
already
was saying,
losing the Mickey Mouse.
I mean, no, like Japan. Yeah, well, I mean, like just look how like Square Enix has changed, not just in the West, but in Japan.
yeah,
Like like they've been chasing the ESG as a global strategy, and it's
yeah,
like and it's harming their games.
it is, it is. But here's the hope. Here's the light at the end of the tunnel that I'm hoping. This is what I'm hoping would happen. And again, I made a video about this. You guys can go check it on my channel. Um, I'm gonna use Disney as an example here. Okay. Disney. There's how there's Disney World, right? There's Disney World in Orlando, Florida, in California, right? There is a Disney World in Japan. However, Disney of America, so the Disney leaders of America, they have no say as to what goes in Disney Japan.
Oh, is that why Splash Mountain still exists in Disney World Tokyo?
I believe
Yep.
so, yes. Because the Japanese, okay, the Japanese decide. So you can do business with us, but we're gonna decide what goes on over here.
Mhm.
That's the way they do business,
Based,
right?
Makes sense to me.
based.
Makes sense to me.
Exactly. So that's why you've seen like there's Disney anime that we haven't seen in America. It only comes out in Japan, right? There's like video games, Disney video games that have only come out in Japan, never came out in America.
Pooh's
Just
Home Run
recent.
Derby. Well,
Yeah, there's
actually,
some-
no. Pooh's Home Run Derby had an American version. It's just that all the memes were about the Japanese version because it's so much harder than the American version. You ever hear of Pooh Souls?
Never.
Oh no, yeah. Just look up Pooh's Home Run Derby memes. Okay, they discontinued the game, but there were memes about how hard the game is, and like Christopher Robin is like a Dark Souls final boss. Like
Oh,
those are
dear
like what the
God.
Oh wow.
yeah. It's like there is no God, only me.
Someone in the chat brought up a good example. Drax the Clown said, "Don't forget McDonald's Japan." Facts. McDonald's Japan.
Oh
Facts.
yeah.
Remember that?
Yo, you
remember
saw
that
the
ad
ad? You saw that
shook,
ad?
that shook the world for some odd reason. That somehow a certain side of the internet hates so much. Like, yeah, that's a fact. Good point, Drax.
Oh,
But yeah, I
man.
mean, take a look. Yeah, it's good example, perfect example. Look at McDonald's Japan, the ad that like the wholesome family ad that they did, and then look
Which
at the
was
difference how
adorable.
Americans
It was
look at-
adorable.
look
I
at
don't know
how
why
Americans
pe-
react to it.
They hated it so much. I'm like, this what you got to tripping about? This is what you're mad about? Out of all the things in the world to be mad about this very day, that's what you're mad
the
about.
one thing we want is a little bit of an escape and something to appreciate and enjoy as a whole community.
Yeah,
Not the exception, because we're tired of seeing all the crap going on in our lives and in the world. We just want that one little break, something to make us feel, something to give us hope in humanity and the culture effect.
Can you imagine
Now,
being
that's-
triggered by a two-parent family?
Exactly.
exactly. How
I'm
messed
like,
up in the
I'm
head?
like, what's
Andy,
going on?
Andy,
Yeah.
permission to share something.
Go ahead.
I have it on the screen already.
Give me just a second, just a couple of last words. So, you guys see the difference between business in Japan and business in America? You see the psychological difference?
Mhm.
They're
Yeah, so
they're
that's
more of the
exactly what
family.
I'm
They have the
saying.
honor and respect.
Right, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Is that that's how the Japanese do business. So if BlackRock goes into Japan, and the Japanese put their foot down and they say, "This is how it's gonna be. You can do business with us. Well, you let us borrow money. We're gonna try to help you make money, but this is how it's gonna be. We're in charge of this area. So you have no say here.
Well,
If
for
they handle
BlackRock,
it in
it's-
that way, then we're good."
For BlackRock, it's not about like making money. It's about changing behavior. Larry Fink said this himself. Oh, can you share my screen?
Yes. Hold on. There we go.
Okay, yeah. So, okay,
This time to know how many unaffected people are
Put
left.
up the volume.
If for any reason you are
volume.
one of us who hasn't become infected, take shelter.
Do you hear the volume?
Yeah.
I hear it.
Yeah.
Is that Sam Neill?
Yeah.
See, look how wholesome that is.
What the heck?
See?
This is the end of a horror movie. The ad's driving him crazy.
I get it. I get it. Yeah, that's America. That's America right now.
It's impossible.
Yeah, that movie's
that-
called In the Mouth of Madness by John Carpenter. Good Sam Neill movie, good John Carpenter movie. I highly recommend for Halloween.
Yeah,
No,
man.
Japan would
it's-
have made America happy if it's like 2 chicks or 2 guys, then they would have loved it.
Well,
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
they do say that like there was a it looked like there was a lesbian couple in one ad they posted McDonald's Japan, but like werewolf or something.
It would have been fine. Like, I don't see a problem with that, but it's just like, why trip over something normal? Like,
Well,
all of us were created by having a man and a woman procreate. that's how it is.
How do you
I
think
don't
we got
know.
here?
well,
Exactly.
well, it's just progressives hate like traditional like anything like that's like their kind of like their whole MO is just being against tradition and anything like
Heteronormative.
yeah the whole heteronormative they call it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, really quick, guys. So Drax the Clown said, if that McDonald's ad turns into a slice of life anime, I watch it.
Me-
I think
I'd
we'd all
watch it
watch
too.
Oh,
I'd watch it.
I would happily
down.
pay.
I
I'll pay.
unfortunately I had the misfortune of already seeing a porn parody of that ad where with the guys like
Oh, come on.
You know the
yeah,
porn
I
parody of
know, I
everything.
know. Like people
The
gotta
one
ruin
time!
everything.
The one time.
Yeah, no.
You guys know the rule of the internet.
Yeah.
That's like a rule. If it's created, it's gonna be.
Well,
a
I
porn
mean, if
version
it's
of
with if it's with the parents, it's one thing.
Yeah,
It's
it was the
completely one
parents.
thing. Oh, good then.
Yeah, it was the parents. Don't
Good
you
thing
don't
you
worry.
guys-
the parents.
It wasn't
yeah.
anything illegal.
Then
Right,
continue
so,
with business. We could.
Yeah, so I think if Japan puts their foot down, then we can have more ads like like this one, more wholesome McDonald's ads like that one.
Very wholesome.
Oh,
very,
very
wholesome.
wholesome.
And
Yeah,
normal.
so
That ad, if there was a rewards for ads, that needs an award.
Absolutely.
Oh, I agree.
not
Imagine,
gonna happen in America.
imagine tomorrow if Japan came out with Subway Japan. Oh my lord, I would be flying over there.
Yeah.
Be like, yes, please.
Please and thank you.
Yeah. So that's basically why Japan wants BlackRock, but it's not just BlackRock. They're also trying to bring in other investors, more other, capital, money management into the country.
It's a bad mix because, like, all those guys, people have they've got agendas and shit.
Yeah, and you know what? That's why I was thinking, why can't they just borrow money from like China? Because at least with the Chinese,
Well, you know what? That's just as bad. Actually, that is just as bad because
That's
China
like
is.
asking.
but
In
hold
fact,
on a second.
In fact, actually, it'd probably be better to take money from woke Western investors than taking money from China because China will just take everything.
Well, hold on a second, because like to my understanding, the Chinese, when they let you borrow money, like all they want is for you to make them a profit. They don't try to get into your politics. They don't try to get into your
That's what they say
that
on paper.
nonsense.
That's what they. Do you actually believe them? Like China, like, actually, like, we probably shouldn't even speak about China because
Shit.
YouTube might get mad at us.
Let's make it
You know,
quick.
Or
because
basically, it's like
yeah,
it's like this.
I mean, that is how powerful the Chinese government is. Okay, so I'm sorry, China. Please,
We're
I'm
sorry.
just
We're
it
so
is.
sorry, China. We're so sorry. Speaking of which, it actually it would be just as bad as borrowing money from the international mafia. Excuse me, monetary fund. Because what they'll do is way worse. They will do way worse stuff than what China will ever do. They will do a lot of union busting. They will destroy the social safety net and practically tell you what to do. You won't have sovereignty. You won't have this. You owe us this amount of money that you borrowed from us, and it's going to keep on going. That's why the IMF is so dangerous. You guys think China's bad? No, the IMF is way worse. Way worse.
Man,
Oh, sorry for the bark. Sorry for the barking. That's my
you got a
roommate's
dog?
dog. Ignore it. That's my roommate's dog, actually. So ignore that. He's one of those dogs where he's like happy and sees people like, oh my god, I'm so happy to see you. Or the exact opposite. If my roommate is not here, he gets worried.
All right.
Anyway,
So I'm not quite sure what else to say about BlackRock, but I think that's just pretty much the reason why Japan is trying to like bring in all this, all this nonsense. But I just hope they keep it under control. Just keep it under control. Um, and yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next. I think did you guys saw this one? I've also covered this, in a video. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, I think this is gonna be a good. Okay, all right. So we're gonna be talking about Kanakamatsu now. Kanakamatsu. So sorry, somebody was calling me. Yeah, so Kanakamatsu. I remember, I think it was 2021 when when he voiced his first opinion about Western censorship coming to anime manga. That was the first time, like, I heard him, you know, say anything about censorship. And then
Mm-hmm.
fast forward a year later, about a year and a half later, this guy, he got elected for office, bro. I mean, he is elected. He is in a political
It,
position in Japan.
and what I love Ken, he cares about game preservation.
Yeah.
yep.
Right.
I wonder at the Shinzo Abe assassination. That was no accident.
Uh,
Someone
It was
really
not an
no,
wanted
no,
accident.
it
no.
gone.
That wasn't an act. But yeah, no. That was a planned assassination. Anime. That was all over the news. That was done by by communists in Japan.
Wow. Shit. Damn.
We're losing allies fast to Japan. We're losing allies fast. This guy I do trust though. This guy Ken I do trust.
Yeah, I trust him.
Because he speaks the truth. And
Mm-hmm.
and it's like what is so hard about telling us the truth? They're
Oh,
treating us like
like they tried to
toddlers.
ban him from a French convention because of what party he's from.
Oh yeah, yeah. But you got to remember,
It's amazing how
France.
much hate he gets from the West. That's because he wants to make sure that anime and manga are not censored. Like the West
Yeah, I know.
hates him. Like, bro, him being anti-censorship is also good for you too, dummy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like,
I
like,
rather live in a
That's what they don't
society where we
realize.
still have. I rather live in a society where we still have this at our leisure and we can go out and get it.
yeah,
What
like
these
they don't
people
get
are
it. Like,
doing, what these people are doing is the exact opposite, guys. This is how bad it is. The all those little tourists think, oh, the censorship is great and everything. No,
Fake
it's not.
fans. Fake fans.
If they could do that, if they could do that to anime and our forms of entertainment, imagine what they're going to do to us when they get their hands on us.
well,
They're not out to get
Oh,
us.
oh,
They're out to get
well,
you.
oh,
We're
well,
in the
that,
way.
well,
what the
that's a completely different topic.
what they don't understand is they're cheering censorship because they're censoring like fan service from the female perspective. But it's only a matter of time before the censorship they start to censor the stuff that they like too. and then they're gonna start complaining about censorship. So why even let it
And
get to
then
that point?
we're just standing there like,
Like
we told you, we
this
warned you.
this show, Gen V, this boys spinoff, like there's a dick in like every episode, and yet like they're so afraid to show female nipples.
You know
Yeah,
what's gonna happen?
it baffles me. They are cool with showing male genitalia, right? They would show penis and whatever. And you know what? If that's your thing, I don't care, whatever. But then, God forbid, they show female nipples. Or I remember I was in a group where they were mad that they showed like cleavage because there's so much like cleavage, and I'm like, bro, they show penises. What are you talking about? They got men in the nude, which I don't care about. You know, it is what it is. But
Yeah,
why get
Thor.
mad at one thing and then praise this? It's the same thing from the male's perspective. It's so
Uh,
stupid. I was going to say it's a different
you know
word.
what's gonna happen, Dante. You know what's gonna happen is that once their content, like the content they want, starts to get censored, right? Once that gets censored, they're gonna come back to us and they're gonna blame us for quote unquote not warning them. They
Yeah.
did the same thing, right? They did the same thing with the with the coof, with what happened in the pandemic. Like they were acting like, oh well, we didn't know you couldn't you people on that other side didn't warn us. Yeah, we did. We were warning you the whole freaking year. You didn't pay attention,
No,
right?
they were too
So
they were too busy trying to Minecraft us and phase us out and Thanos snap us out of existence for it.
all right, hey, can you guys take over? I need to answer a phone call real quick. I'll be right back in a
Yeah,
few
go
minutes.
ahead, buddy. We got this.
They're trying to depopulate, desexualize your kids, bruh. It's just like, okay.
I had so much respect for the LGBT community, like the sane people there back in the day, because all they wanted was just to live their lives and be happy and all of that. I'm all for that. They wanted to get married.
Those
Fine.
people
Go-
still exist. They're just like
They
not
do.
part of
It's
this
just
hijack
buried.
movement.
They're
It's
being
buried.
overshadowed by the loud ones who want to make it their
It's
entire
buried
personality.
underneath the ass crack of Lizzo.
No, like
That's
I
where it's
probably
at.
follow every based gay person on Twitter, like every based furry, every like because they're cool people, and you know what you need
They really
voices of
are.
reason. That you
Yeah,
need
we have
voices of reason.
nothing.
You need
We
people
have
like
nothing
to stand
against
up
these people.
for children and for like wholesomeness.
Exactly. We don't, to everybody that's watching, whether you're gay, lesbian, bi, or whatever, we do not hate you. We just hate the people who are quote unquote representing you.
Hey, you
We
know what?
hate those people,
Hey, you know
not
what?
you
Anime
guys.
Night, they know that. They know that. They can tell. They're but they don't fall for a lot of these tricks like the others do. They don't fall for these tricks.
Yeah. Like
Like
I remember we were like in the live one. They were like asking for anti-LGBT. I'm like, why? Why would I be anti-LGBT? They did nothing to me. You know, I have a lot of
Precisely.
cool down to
Yo,
earth
my
LGBT
my
friends,
best
and
friend.
we get along just fine. We go to
Yeah.
bars, we fuck, we do a bunch of shit.
can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we're
hear you.
here.
All right,
I love
all right, I'm back. I'm back.
my best friend is bi, and like he really is just my best friend. Like I owe so much to him.
But yeah, I'm glad that Ken Akamatsu doing his thing, and I listen. The West could hate him all they want, but he's doing the right thing by being anti-censorship. Um, it sucked that it's at the point where we had to make multiple videos about why censorship is not a good thing. But
Yeah, we got to do it for the people who aren't as aware as us.
Okay.
They haven't
You know what
realized.
bothers me? You know what bothers me the most about censorship? Like people that advocate for censorship
Oh yeah, the
is that
worst.
first of all, like, where did it come from? Because the people that used to want censorship were like Americans that were like Christian conservative that they
Yeah,
wanted like
like Jack Thompson and the PMRC and there
yeah,
was
you're
right.
right,
another
Andy.
group
It's
at the
like it was more
time.
like more conservative, like
Yeah, conservative
Yeah,
Those
Christian.
people we can deal with all
yeah,
day.
80s and
Yeah.
90s, that was, and then now that the paradigm shift, and now it's the left
And
that
now it's
like
the
wants
left.
that wants to censor everything. Both are
No, but
bad, but like it is funny that like it's just like, but I do believe it's all going to get better, and I think things are already kind of like, but their people are just holding on. They
yeah,
they want to keep this power
No, I
so
don't think it's
bad.
getting better. Honestly,
I honestly don't think it's
I
getting
feel as
better
though
either.
you know why I don't think so, because let's put it into perspective, right? Right now, the LGBT and the left are the more popular, the more vocal, the more loud, and because they're more loud, they get the most attention. Because they get the most attention, people tend to bend the knee to them more often. And surprisingly enough, we all know that they're like the small percentage of people who are loud, but because they're loud, they get all the attention, and that's why at the end of the game censored more and more. Like I discussed in a few episodes of my YouTube channel that they're censoring DVDs. Anime DVDs not getting censored. Like, why? When did this start happening? Because there are people here who have let's face it, they have more of the power, and there's some companies are bending over because they don't want to hear these, you know, mutants complain all the time.
Yeah, I want to add on to what I said about the conservatives, right? Because like these people, they want to censor women, just like the conservatives and Christians would censor back in the like 1950s all the way to the early 2000s, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at least people would respect the Christians because for the most part, they were actually what's the word I'm looking for? People will respect the Christians because they live by the word, right? For the most part. But and you would actually respect the morals of the Christian people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is these idiots, like
They have no
they don't.
morals. They do
They
not
have no
care.
morals. Exactly.
Yeah,
They have no
exactly.
morals. They don't believe in God. They're not the type of person that you can look up to and say, "Oh man, I want to be just like them." They're not.
No.
They don't portray that in which they criticize.
And you know
It
what I
was give me
noticed too? To piggyback up what you said, Andy, which is true. Most of the conservative or like Christian family that they didn't like certain things. The most they would do is say, "I don't want it in my household." And as long as it's not in their house, they don't care.
Yep,
You know what I'm saying?
true.
So
Yeah, exactly.
it's like, I don't want this
I
in
can
my
live
house.
with
It
Everybody
was
that.
shut up.
I
tolerable, right?
can live
It was
with
I
that.
tolerate you.
I wasn't. My mom kept me from seeing Nightmare Before Christmas just because she didn't like the title, like Nightmare and Christmas in the same
Right.
title.
Like they wouldn't go out there and like I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them wouldn't go out there and make sure that you can watch it. They just didn't want it in their personal household, which is fine. You can control what you play and you don't play in your house. But what a lot of the other side of the aisle wants is that they don't want it in their house. They don't want it in your house. They don't want it anyone. Like I don't want you watching it because I don't want to watch it because if you watch it, you're a scumbag. And you're like, bro, if I watch it, how does that affect you?
Well, yeah.
In any way?
They want. Well, the thing is, that's the thing. They want to control other people's lives, and that is why, like, they're wrong.
Right. That's why they have no
Exactly.
morals. That's what I'm saying. Like at
And
least
the
the
worst
Christian
part,
people are respected.
Mm-hmm.
and the worst part, it's the artists who are getting the worst of this whole mess of things.
Oh my
I
God. Yeah.
can't.
Oh my
I
God.
can't get through one fucking Twitter page without somebody bombarding an artist over something that they drew. Keep in mind, people, the artists drew that out of their own free time, in their own free will, and it looked really good. And I'm like, wherein lies the problem? I see nothing wrong with it. It's just a female
Those are
holding.
just a bunch of clout chasers trying to like build their
Oh,
platform off tearing other people
I
down.
don't know if we could. I don't know if we could talk about this,
Well,
but if you guys want to know how dangerous this is, look at what happened this past week.
Oh
It
yeah,
involves
What
a
happened?
certain
no,
person.
no. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Anime night. Don't.
Wait,
talk.
wait. Put it on the chat. Put it in the
No,
chat
no,
so I
no.
can see.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Okay. Her. Yeah.
No, not
Did-
her.
didn't-
Oh,
didn't-
oh,
There
that was
one
the
before
private.
that.
That was.
Didn't that
That was
mutant
no. It was the one before
dot
that.
somebody?
The one before that. There
Yeah.
was a TikToker who got falsely accused. and unfortunately,
He
he's
unalived
no longer.
himself.
Yeah,
Oh, for real?
live on live, like
Yeah, on
literally
What?
live.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh
Yeah,
no.
he went off camera because he went off camera and did it because apparently his video editor lied about her age, and he inadvertently said something. He said the capital MARRY by accident. He didn't mean to say it because he was that impressed. And you know how we get so blown away by something or whatever. Somebody like, oh my god, I want to marry you. That type. It was in the moment, and and the people that did it, they're offering half-assed apologies. They don't want to take responsibility for it, and they're like, please stop sending us death threats and all this fun stuff. And
Yeah, I think we should talk about something else. This is
go
getting a
ahead.
little too
Yeah.
depressing.
Okay,
YouTube's probably
okay.
gonna come after me now.
I
No,
don't
no,
think
you're
so.
good, man.
Nah,
You're
they're not
good.
gonna
You're
come
good,
after me.
Andrew.
No,
We
not-
didn't say anything. We didn't say anything.
Not
too,
if
like,
we pivot
explicit.
now. Not if we pivot now.
Okay.
If we
If
won't.
we-
But I haven't heard of that story. That's crazy as hell.
No,
man.
it's pretty
stories
insane.
like that are really sad. Like
It's a
when
grim
that
reminder.
guy.
It should be a grim reminder how
No.
dangerous these people
Remember
are.
that guy who made that furry game Into the Woods like killed himself because like some like bitch tried to like cancel him and got the dev team to like disavow him like of the game they made.
Oh,
You ever hear
wow.
about this? The game was called Into the Woods. Like look up like there was a
Oh, okay. Into the Woods. Yes, I heard of that game.
Andy,
That's
did you hear about this?
crazy.
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
That's
like look
crazy.
up Into the Woods. Like, you know,
Okay.
yeah, like, you know, like there was a Me Too thing, like the devs like fired him and did him all this and the guy like he's gone now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really sad. I'll never buy that game. I'll never support that company.
Wow. That's all right. Well, for some better news, for
Yes.
some more
Yeah, better
uplifting news.
please. Yeah. I
For
just love
some
that
more
face you.
uplifting
I love
news.
that face you. I love that face you made. You're
This
like,
one?
yeah, that one. I'm like, oh dear God, he's about to explode.
All right. So
And there's a
for
fire
some,
flower behind you.
oh, that's the guy like the Super Mario stuff from the background.
You look like you were ready. You were ready to throw that on and like go like throw fireballs at people. You were ready right
Yeah.
then and there. I'm like, oh, he's gonna do it.
I wish I could. I wish. So we all know that Disney has been going down the shutter for quite some time now. They've I think they lost what, like $200 billion, right?
They've
Something like
lost
that.
so much money this year.
Right, and one of the most recent films, Snow White, they has been getting so much backlash, so much controversy that they had to push the release date to 2024. So it's not even going to come out this year. And we've been talking about Snow White for the entire for all of 2023 mostly, but now they're pushing the release date. Some people are saying that it's probably they're just gonna throw it on Disney Plus, right?
Oh,
But
Most
the worst,
likely.
most likely. But the worst part about the Disney Snow White live action is that they took the original and just stripped it of all its goodness.
yeah,
However,
there's like almost nothing that resembles the original story at all.
yeah, I mean, they got rid of the dwarves. Why would you get rid of the dwarves for that?
Hey, be careful now. Dwarf is offensive. You
They
can't say
got rid of the
anymore.
dwarves.
Yeah.
They got rid of the prince.
Yep, they got
However,
rid of
there
the-
is. Yeah. However, there is a group of people that are trying to make a change. Right.
Okay, this is epic.
Daily
The
Wire.
Daily
Oh.
Wire
Yeah, I
has
saw
made
that.
their own Snow White movie. So let's go ahead and take the
With
next
facts
minute
and logic.
with facts and logic. Yes.
I'm doing my best Ben Shapiro impression.
Yeah.
those are
So
backup
let's go
folks.
ahead and watch the trailer. It's only on 1 minute, so let's go ahead.
Once upon a time, in time a prince would come Once upon a time, but now that time is gone.
Okay,
Coming soon.
I need to see
I-
more, but I like that.
It was a great troll on the Daily Wire's part. I admit it.
Yeah.
Whether
Oh
the
yeah,
movie will
baby.
be good, I don't know, but I'm just glad it already made a lot of people upset. Like, oh no, like
Oh yeah, people
yeah,
are
no,
upset.
just the fact that they acknowledged it means it worked.
There were like articles saying Daily Wire is making a right-wing conservative version of Snow White to counter the SJW WOKE version of Snow
Well,
White.
it's probably just going to be a straightforward, like no twists version of Snow White.
Exactly.
Which
That's what we
I'm
want.
fine with. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I know. Like,
And make Snow White white.
That's the whole point.
Look, they already got that part right, so they're already winning
and
on that
Dante can
aspect.
say that. Dante's allowed to say that.
Yeah, they're getting it right already, so it's a win.
Actually,
Oh
all we got
my
out
God.
of that Little Mermaid, all we got out of that Little Mermaid movie was movie theater fist fighting. That was it.
Are you
That's all we
serious?
got. That's all we got out of that.
Oh
Was
yeah,
like,
I saw the video of like the people fighting in the theater. Oh my
It
god,
happened
that was
everywhere else.
Over the
too.
Little Mermaid?
yeah,
Yeah.
they were, while the Little Mermaid was playing, there was families like arguing with each other and like getting into straight fist fights and everything. I'm
Yeah,
like,
the footage is hilarious.
I gotta see this now. Wait, I gotta see this. Wait, how come nobody told me about this?
This is
Yeah,
old. It happened a while
yeah,
ago.
this is old.
Yeah.
Wait, I haven't seen this.
But that was the whole thing. That was like that will forever be the legacy of that dumpster fire.
Wait, so
That
you're
will
telling
forever
me?
be the like.
Wait, you're
Huh?
telling me that people go to watch the Little Mermaid, the race swap Little Mermaid, and they get into fist fights in the movie theaters?
It's like I think it
Yeah.
happened like once or twice, or maybe 3 times. It happened.
When-
Yeah.
Was this like months ago?
Yes,
Yeah,
like
it
when the
happened a
movie
while
came
ago.
out. When the movie came out.
I
Yes.
didn't. I missed that, man. I gotta look.
Yeah,
this
look it up
now.
on YouTube. It's hilarious.
I gotta look this up now. But anyway, so have you guys watched the Brent Cooper show on YouTube?
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. So people say that she looks like the female Ben Shapiro, and I kind of
Yeah.
agree on that.
I can see it.
And I mean,
Yeah,
she fits
people
the
say-
part. She's
Yeah,
she's as
like-
white as snow.
Yeah,
For
like,
God's sakes.
Ben Shapiro in the dress.
White as snow. It's true though. I
But
mean,
yeah,
that-
this is. Mhm.
That's been my biggest gripe for like Disney for a while, and people surprisingly on TikTok are calling it out now. There's like, listen, we get it. You want to be more progressive, yada yada yada. What do you freaking do?
Well, I
But,
mean,
like,
if even-
this race swapping crap is getting annoying. Like, leave them the way they're supposed to be. Like, you can always create new characters. Like, for example, was a movie Peter Pan and Tinkerbell, and Tinkerbell was black, and people were like, but Tinkerbell's not though. Like, she's a blonde-haired chick. what are we doing? There are TV shows about Tinkerbell, and in the Tinkerbell show, there also is a black or whatever she is, a fairy or whatever. Like, come on.
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
are getting
yeah,
sick
wasn't
and tired of it.
Oh, hey,
yeah.
speaking of race swapping, are you guys going to see the new South Park special, the Pandaverse?
I'm seeing the
hell
Pandaverse.
yeah.
Hell yes. I cannot
Hell
wait
yeah.
to watch. It's already pissing people off, and just for that fact alone, I gotta watch it.
Yeah,
I got
look,
to.
anything
I
that
was
pisses off the
watching
masses.
that. I was dying. I was dying.
Oh
of
man,
laughter
it's just like the trailer is so short, but yet like it's
Oh,
like,
already
yes,
so.
this is-
But I have to say, Asian female Kenny. I'm just saying, you guys.
I'm not against it. I wasn't against it either.
I
I was
was
just like,
laughing
okay,
so
why
hard.
they make
Oh my
Kenny
God,
attractive?
my
What is
Lord.
this?
I'm like, oh my lord, what the hell? Like literally,
but-
I inadvertently like spit soda all over my monitor screen. And I'm like, oh, because that's how hard I was laughing. And I'm like, oh shit. So I scrambled to like get like Kleenex and everything and like frantically scrub it until I saw the Kenny one. And I just dropped everything. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, so
That's what
really,
we need to
really,
do. That's what we need to do to these people. We need to make fun of them. We need to get back into making fun of them again
that's
instead
what
of
the
being
Daily
afraid of
Wire's
being
doing.
I've
canceled.
always done. That's what
That's
I've
what the
always
Daily
done.
Wire's doing. That you guys saw the chocolate bars they released of the pronouns?
His and hers.
Oh,
Yeah,
good God!
yeah. So the Daily
With
Wire.
nuts, with no nuts.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
that was actually genius. I ain't gonna lie.
Here you go, Jerry Nadler. Here you go.
Wait,
Here's the no nuts candy bar.
So this time I missed it. This time I didn't. So what? They put like he him on chocolate or something.
Yeah, so
yeah,
him
he
has
has
nuts in
hers.
it, and hers have no nuts in it.
Oh, damn. That,
You get it? Because
that's
men have nuts and women don't have nuts. I was like,
did
these
One of
guys
them's
are
got nuts.
mega
Actually,
trolls.
you know
Like,
what?
good
That-
for
you-
you,
you-
Jelly
you
Wire,
could
with the
also-
jokes.
did anyone get mad?
Of course they did. Everyone.
Oh,
got
yeah.
I
mad.
hope so.
They
course
got
they
mad.
The moment that commercial came out, I went straight to Twitter so I could see them get mad. People
Well, I
were
wanna-
They were
livid.
seething. They were so angry. Like you could feel it, like from their
I missed
tweet
this.
and
I
everything.
missed this. See,
Like,
like,
oh my
Andy,
God, Jelly
I
Wire, their
missed
pro
this.
rank commercial. It was great.
Wait, they put this
Actually-
shit on TV.
Actually,
It was on
actually, better
social
yet,
media.
Dante,
I don't know about
Okay.
TV.
Dante, better yet, you could take the no nuts one and you could give that to Mitch McConnell, Jerry Nadler, and the one and Adam shithead. And that'll give them the exact opinion of what you think of them. They have no nuts.
Nah, but guys, this is the Daily Wire trolling the crap out of Disney. Trolling them, I tell you. Trolling the heck out of
We
Disney.
need more of this.
But and the I mean, let's be real. Let's be real, because the Daily Wire, they're not $1 billion company yet, right? So this
No.
is a low budget Snow White, but it looks more
But it will-
accurate, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It
does.
looks so the fact that the
I'm
fact
sure
that
a lot
it's
of
low
conservative
budget
families would
so
subscribe
impressive.
to see this movie just to see something like wholesome.
Right. And I want to
Actually,
show you
all the
hold on, I
fan
wanna-
projects, all the fan projects I've seen are so awesome, and I enjoy. I'm happy we have fan projects now, and that they do exist, because the fans get it. We the fans get it, and yet they look at us like, oh my God, you're so evil. How dare you? And I'm like, well, this is what you know what, the writer's strike and the actor's strike was the greatest thing that happened this year in entertainment. It was the greatest thing because it gave us a break from all the garbage, and we got to see other people's content too, aside from, if you pull that curtain aside and see the actual content. That's why Oppenheimer and Barbie were successful, because of all that going on. And we had no Stephen Colbert. It was so great to watch TV without the late night talk show host. It was so refreshing for once. But then they're like, oh, we reached a deal. I beg your pardon? What kind of deal did you make? Because if it were up to me, I'd be like, no self-insert bullshit in the coming shows and movies. If you can't agree to that, I hear Jiffy Lube and China are still hiring.
By the way, Anime Night.
Yes, sir. What's up?
To add on what you said, there's people within Hollywood saying that there's not going to be any original films until 2027. That's 4 freaking years from now.
They're gonna go broke.
We'll
I
be
love
dead by the time that comes out.
Yeah, no original movies from here on. What they're gonna make is just remakes and reboots until 2027. There's gonna be absolutely no original movies from Hollywood. This is why the Daily Wire they're taking this time. This is our
the Mario
opportunity
movie.
to go.
Thank you, Unknown. The Mario movie. Because I remember how angry they got with that one. They got so angry because it outbeat everybody. I felt bad for the Guardians of the Galaxy, though. I felt bad for them, though, because that was such a good movie, too. That was a good movie. I feel like it deserves second place.
Yeah,
in its entirety, it deserved the second spot on that podium.
Yeah, Guardians.
I would happily
ended
give
up
it this.
being the
I would
best
give it the
Marvel
silver medal.
trilogy.
Oh, guys, I want to show you something else, too. So since we're still talking about the Daily Wire. So the Daily Wire, they made a separate like video streaming platform for children,
Yeah,
right? So you know how like
I heard that went under.
no, it's still active. It's still active. It's right here. Yeah. So yeah. So
Oh,
basically, what they're doing is, you know how like Disney, how you can no longer leave your kids to watch Disney stuff anymore, right?
Yeah, because they sneak gay crap into it.
Yeah. So now the Daily Wire took the opportunity. They were like, all right, we're gonna make kids content, and here it is. Let me play it for you. Hold on. They call it Benki.
Hi, you made it.
Oh, hello.
Wanna play?
I've seen enough. These two are ready.
Ready or not, here we go. Please keep your arms and legs inside the cart at all times.
Hurry up, the party is starting soon.
Yeah! Follow me! Where is he going? We're going on a treasure hunt.
We're exploring the wild blue yonder.
It's Chilla time.
okay. I can mess with this.
Bringing
Not that bad.
It's unbelievable.
Whether
See,
big or
this is
little
what it should be. Just
we all have fabulous adventures together.
he is correct.
It's time to head off for adventure. Look around you. All we need is the bit of music.
Drum solo. Imagine this.
That's actually not that bad.
All I see is adventure.
You see,
Okay,
this
so
is what-
doesn't that look like how Disney's supposed to look?
Yeah,
and,
I
and,
agree.
and Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon.
Hey, one of
Agreed.
those, it reminded me of, did any of you guys watch Comfy Couch growing up?
Yes, that was my
Yes.
show. That was my
Yes.
show.
Oh man, so great.
Yeah,
This
so
I
basically
would
this
not
is for
mind.
children.
This I would not. If I had kids and this was going on, I would approve of this. Be like, okay,
Yeah,
you learn. It feels like you're learning something too. Like I get that sense of like learning something cool or interesting from a kid perspective, and I'm like, okay, we want more of this. This does not scream. This does not scream bullshit. It doesn't scream self-insert politics. None of that garbage. This is pure.
Mhm.
This is what the cartoons and live action shows should be in this time period. This is what we were supposed to have, but no. All the little people got bought out, and they were forced to kneel to these people, and this is what we got. And Disney is what we got. And Cartoon
but check
Network
this
too.
out.
It breaks my heart what they did to
Oh, yeah.
Cartoon Network.
Oh,
and
me
Nickelodeon.
too, man. Me too.
It
Cartoon Network
breaks
is
my
just-
heart.
Cartoon Network is just 3 shows now. It's just
Yeah.
3 shows.
Oh yeah, Cartoon Network's
When you
garbage
look
now.
at when you look at the Powerhouse era and the CN City era, and look at it now, it's like if that's not a downgrade, I don't know what is. I'm amazed
Yeah.
Cartoon Network is still around. Given the fact we have streaming and everything.
Somebody
And
bailed him out probably. Somebody probably bailed him out.
I think the Boston. The Boston scare should not have happened. I get what they were trying to do and everything as far as promotional and everything, but there could have been a better way to go about the promotional stuff. There could have been a better way, because unfortunately it led to Jim Samples, the original cartoon vice president, before we got the clown Snyder garbage clown stepping in, because under Samples is why our childhood was so awesome at that time. I could go for hours about this, but with all due respect to Andy, I'm not going to do that.
I got you, man.
I,
Yeah, Dash.
Yeah, make Disney Eisner again.
Yeah, I mean, just take
I
a
would
look at
probably
this.
recommend
This is why I'm recommending it on my channel. You know, I'm trying to promote them. You know, even though I don't have that many subscribers. You know, because if you have children, this is what they should be watching. You know,
Because you learn,
Yeah.
because I feel like
Well-
you can learn. They can learn something from it,
I
and
mean,
actually be taught the actual stuff that we were taught growing up with, like Mr. Rogers and all those legends too.
yeah. And you know what?
I was just gonna show my kids like just bunch of different action shows from like the 80s and 90s and 2000s. That's how I was going to raise them if I were to have any.
No, I still want to have kids. I still want to have kids.
I do too. I want to get married and I want to have kids, ladies.
You heard the man.
You heard the man.
You heard the man.
He's single and looking to mingle. So
You ready to mingle? Throw your lady parts at him. Come on, let's go.
But yeah, so Ben Key, and again, this is how traditional American Saturday morning cartoons were. It's just very safe, very good for kids, and this is why I want to support the Daily Wire, even though they're not making like freaking anime tier level stuff.
And even though they pay Matt Walsh,
yeah, I don't know why do they still have Matt Walsh in there? Seriously, like. Matt Walsh is like against media stuff. Like, that's just a bad
He's
conversation.
one of those like conservative like commentator where like he would say something good and then the next day I'm like, oh, what the? Shut up.
Yeah.
You had me for a second and then you next day you go after things I like and then you go overboard sometimes. Like, dude, like I'm not saying he's not right a lot of time, but dude, just, you're not gonna win the culture war by like going after everything within the culture. Like you can't do that. Like this sucks. Anime
movies are
bad.
bad. Anime
Gaming
is
bad. Men playing games is bad. Like listen, I get it. And there, of course, too much of a good thing is a bad thing. We get that. But he wants to just completely eliminate like anime or gaming. And should we go out there and farm? Like shut up, bro. You don't even fucking farm. Shut up.
He's just very disconnected with what
he's the Adam Sessler of Daily Wire.
The culture is here. It's been created. Anime, manga, comics, gaming is here. You're not trying to say going against that. You're gonna turn away a lot of people who might be open to being conservative because like they don't like what's going on the left or even libertarians or whatever. You spouting that nonsense, they're gonna be like, yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm thinking. Fuck these guys. You can't do that. You got to be more open-minded about certain things. This is how life is. You have to be.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as the Daily Wire, the one that I think is like a really cool conservative that's in touch with everything is Brett Cooper. But then again, she is a Gen Z. She's younger, so she understands a lot of things.
Yeah, true. Like
we need more of those. We need more Gen Z conservatives that support media and entertainment.
They have given me some hope. They have given me hope, and this generation has given me some hope. Aside from the pile of crap that came out of Lizzo's ass. That's what it is.
Like Ben, I
That's
like him.
all
like,
this
he goes
is.
overboard sometimes, but generally I do like Ben. I'll pick Ben over like Matt Walsh any day.
Dude, are you kidding?
Yeah,
Ben
totally.
Shapiro, he reads Berserk. He reads the Berserk manga.
Yeah,
Does he?
Ben gets it.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro. He be reading Berserk. He be watching anime. He be watching Death Note.
Imagine.
No,
actually, you know what?
No, are we talking about the same Ben Shapiro? Are we talking about Ben?
Yeah.
Ben, like
Google
I have
Gaga
to be in a
folks.
bed by a certain time, Shapiro.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're thinking the other person in a certain house. You're thinking the other person.
Yeah, but Ben Shapiro, he reads Berserk. He watches anime. I think when he was a lawyer, he was writing movie scripts. So he understands media. He understands entertainment.
Anime Ben.
And that's why in his right, to his credit, he is successful in his own right.
Yeah,
he is definitely very
successful within his own right, and that's why he's
Oh,
that's where he got to where he was at. He actually gets it. I just wish more people would talk about the certain thing called the mockbird with the media. It's been so obvious since day one. Yet I don't hear any other conservative talk about it. Not one.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but
Tucker Carlson should do it.
I hope Ben Shapiro like puts a sock on what's his name, Matt Walsh, because damn.
If I had Matt Walsh, if Matt Walsh was on my channel, on my streams, I would kick him out upon everything. I would throw his ass out. Be like, no, you're not part of the stream anymore. Get out, Matt. Get out.
Oh yeah.
Be like, here's your final
Um.
page. Here's your final paycheck. Whatever it is you do in your closet.
You got something else for us, Andy?
Yeah, we got one more thing to share. I think most of us covered this story. I believe most of us covered this story. I know Dante covered this story already, and it is Crunchyroll. So, yeah, Crunchyroll
I saw
is
this.
in that group of people that just selling your data, and I think, do you think what I'm thinking? I'm thinking they're doing this like after they got bought out by Sony. That's what I think. I think once they got up,
You think Sony made them do it?
I believe so because if you ever realize the people that want to collect your data is the big corporations like Facebook and all these other big corps. So after Sony bought out, fucking Crunchyroll and Funimation, it seems to me that this is when Crunchyroll started doing this crap. And apparently it was this year that this happened, and then they got sued. So, I mean, I think this is why I think companies need to stay private. Like the Daily Wire is a private company because once you sell out to bigger corp, then it's like you have to bend over. So if Crunchyroll were still kind of somewhat independent, they wouldn't have to do shit like this.
And unfortunately, you know what's even scarier?
What?
The FTC is in Sony's pocket. I didn't hear one peep from the FTC about the Right Stuff Crunchyroll, which still burns, by the way. I'm still pissed off about that.
They're closing it, right?
Yeah. Oh no, actually, it was supposed to be this month. They closed about 10 days ago, unfortunately, and it still hurts. Like it still does, and I felt so bad for all my good friends over there. And
friends over there.
I knew some people who ordered stuff from there, and they came to me. They're like anime. It's a nightmare, and I'm like, you're telling me it's BS because they could get mad about the Activision Blizzard Xbox thing, but no. Oh wait, this is anime related. Oh, we have no jurisdiction with that. Oh, hi Sony, thank you for the briefcase of this lovely money. Yeah, we'll look away. We'll go attack Blizzard and Xbox for you. Thank you for your marching orders, sir.
This is why I support Netflix anime.
Yeah.
Oh, One Piece was good. It blew my expectations out of the water.
Netflix anime, live action anime is a different story, but One Piece was good. And hopefully they keep it up.
My concern is it going to follow the same trend that the other shows before it fell in? That's what worries.
Was One Piece a fluke? Like, we'll
I'm not denying the success of it, but I'm worried. Is it going to?
It was not a fluke.
Is it going to fall into the same trap as it doomed all the other shows before it? Because look at Book of Boba Fett. That was such a great show from the first episodes, and I'm like, okay, I can get behind this. I like Boba Fett, but it's like, nah, scrap that. Let's inject the Mandalorian in it and everything. And now what? I'm worried they're going to do that to One Piece. I'm worried. But if the creator
that's basically what I said.
If the creator of One Piece keeps holding their feet to the fire, it might work. That's what these people need to do. These legendary creators of all the awesome anime that all of us grew up on. If they're going to do a live action, I feel like the creators should be more involved. Hold these people to the fire and be like, look, you're going to make it the way it's intended, or I'm going to find someone else who could do a much better job than you. That's what these people need to do, and I'm glad we're seeing that. With One Piece of all One Piece of all animes, I never expected this. One of the last remaining of the big three actually holding Netflix responsible. About time. Because Cowboy Bebop, dude, he lost. Apparently, they literally snipped him on the Cowboy Bebop one. That got neutered real quick. But not the guy from One Piece. He's like, no, you people are gonna do this. We're gonna do this right. But that's my take.
No, but I pretty much said something similar where like, okay, so if you guys has been watching shows like The Mandalorian, The Witcher, and other shows after like 2018, a lot of shows kind of took this route. All right, so here's how it goes. Season 1, absolutely amazing. Season 2,
thank you.
Okay, yeah, it's okay. Season 3, absolutely PC. They go absolutely just moronic on the third season. It happened with The Witcher. It happened with The Mandalorian. They gave us 2 amazing, really super duper good seasons, right? Season 3 of The Mandalorian, garbage. The Witcher, season 2 and 3, garbage. And happened to a couple of other shows. I mean, Cobra Kai.
That's the bait and switch.
Well, Cobra Kai. I think it went a little bit PC, but not that much, because I think thanks to characters like Johnny Lawrence. Johnny Lawrence in Cobra Kai was making fun of all the PC stuff, which was absolutely amazing. So that's one of the reasons why people kind of like didn't like. They weren't bothered by it so much. But like Cobra Kai is kind of like the exception, But like a lot of other shows, that's how it is. That's the pattern. And I'm thinking with One Piece. We'll get one season, 2 seasons, 3 good seasons, and then probably by like the later on is gonna just turn PC, moronic, and I mean that's my prediction. So yeah, so I think me and Anime Night are kind of like on the same boat, or like it just starts all amazing and then it just goes just mental. Yeah, that's my predicament.
Well, I heard Netflix was trying to cut off a lot of the ESG stuff. Like, I hope they commit to that.
All right, so Ching Ho Won said Game of Thrones 2, season 1 to 5 was awesome, and then the last few seasons just kind of suck. Well, I mean, you got to remember with Game of Thrones is a bit of a different story, because Game of Thrones, the what's his name? J.R.R. Martin, the writer, he they kicked him out of the last few seasons because he wasn't finishing the books.
They didn't kick him out. They just ran out of material. Martin gave them his notes.
Because George R. Martin, he wasn't writing anymore. It's been like freaking 15 years since like the last Game of Thrones book. It takes him like a million years to write one page. So they say, you know what? Screw you. We're going to just continue without your ass. Right? So, all right. So we're reaching the end of the show, guys. We're almost about to close. What shows, anime, TV shows, movies you guys are planning on watching? And what video games you're playing? Let's start with Anime Night.
Currently, I am playing High on Life. I went a full 7 hours on that game, and there's still more to come, and on DLC too. I am watching an anime called 91 Days. It takes place during the Prohibition era. It's such a classic anime, and I hear no chatter about it, and quite frankly, I'm actually surprised. As far as movies is concerned, I might go see the Wonka movie because I like how it looks, everything. I'm going in with like a fresh mind. I'm gonna watch it, and just for the pure enjoyment. I might go see the Five Nights at Freddy's though. I might go see it.
Nice.
Okay.
Dante.
Right now I'm playing catch up on anime. I just finished catching up with Jujutsu Kaisen. I am catching up now on Mushoku Tensei season 2. It's great so far. I love it. And I just watched the second season of Goblin Slayer. Yeah, so if you haven't watched Goblin Slayer, go watch that. It's an awesome show. And
Oh yeah, I gotta catch up on that.
Oh, it's great. Season 2 is great. The opening theme, I'm hooked on it already. They have a thing of making great music for that anime. As far as games, I mentioned before, I've been playing Warhammer Dark Tide these past couple of weeks, and I am in love with that game. I am hooked to that game. And as far as movies go, I saw the new, what's that movie called? The Exorcist Believer, something like that. I saw that in movie theaters. It's not bad, but it's not movie worthy. I say skip it if you can see it at home or when it hits TV or whatever streaming service has it. Watch it there. It's just wasn't that good. I was actually slightly disappointed with that movie. I did not see Shield Hero yet. I'm gonna watch that probably tomorrow. I think it's maybe a few episodes in, maybe 3 episodes in. So I'm gonna watch that tomorrow. But yes, that's what I've been watching so far. I've been playing so far. So yes, watch Goblin Slayer, play some Warhammer. Great game.
I think I'm gonna watch it right after this. Dash.
Well, Dante stole my thing, Goblin Slayer. I am so yeah. So yeah, I've been watching Goblin Slayer. Oh man, it's so happy. It's fucking back, man.
Yeah, it started off real good. Like it went almost right into the action, and I
actually
pleased.
took I took a small clip from Goblin Slayer, and like it's been like getting like it's getting like it's almost at 10,000 views. Like
Nice,
this
getting a lot of
30-second clip, this 30-second clip of the when he goes into the inn and he sees like the kid in the blanket and he thinks he's a goblin. I took that clip.
Yeah, that dude was about to. That dude was so scared.
Tell me you put Luke Skywalker's face on it.
No.
Oh, that would have been like the perfect joke right there. But that's all you, Dash. That's your
as far
thing.
as games, there's a cool free-to-play multiplayer game called Century Age of Ash, where you get to ride your own dragon in 4 versus 4 multiplayer.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's free to play. There's 5 different class. There's 6 different classes as of right now that you can play. 3 of them are premium classes, so you have to either grind or pay gems for it. But it's an ice wolf, so of course that's the one I made.
Yep.
You know me.
Yep.
But yeah, it's cool. I did a couple of streams of it. Like I highly recommend it. It's a fun game. It reminds me of playing like Star Fox multiplayer.
Hey, there we go.
Nice.
Oh, speaking of which, on Epic Games right now, not the Last of Us, the Evil Within, the first game is free.
Oh, cool.
Evil Within's good. I've played it.
And the second one is coming out. It's also going to be free next week.
Sweet.
So
I hear the sequel is fantastic.
It was. I streamed it a long time ago. I'm thinking about rebooting that stream series though. I'm thinking about rebooting it. I want to start from like the first one. That's why I got it, because probably when I'm done with High on Life, I'll probably stream that one next, because it is if you want like a psychological mindfuck, play that. Yeah, you'll be so confused. Like, is this staircase real? Is that lamp real? Who am I? It messes with your brain that badly. Jesus fucking duck.
Oh wow. Careful, buddy.
Oh, I'm okay. Luckily, it's just soda. So,
You got any recommendation, Dandy?
Yeah, so I've actually after watching the One Piece live action, I'm happy to say I'm into 60 episodes of One Piece.
Oh,
So I've
nice.
joined the One Piece bandwagon. My
Nice.
sister has been convincing me to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure,
I love that show.
and here's my problem. Here's my problem with JoJo because I'm a person I whether if it's anime or RPG games, I like linear stories. And
Mm-hmm.
JoJo does have a linear story. The problem I have with JoJo is that it's so freaking weird. It's so
Yes.
bizarre.
I love it.
It's
Yes.
so bizarre. I get annoyed. I get
That's
really annoyed sometimes with how bizarre it is.
You didn't get to the New York stuff, did you?
No, I mean, because the thing is, I've been bouncing back and forth. I watched like 15 episodes of like part 5, and then like 15 episodes of like the first part. I just kind of been jumping around.
Wow. See, like, the thing is, because I'm so caught up in watching things in order, I've been stuck in part 3 all this time. I've been wanting to jump to part 5. Is that recommended if I skip
Oh, wait,
part
that's
3
with
and 4?
Jolene. Part 5 is with Jolene, the girl.
No, part 5's with the guy with the little tunnels for hair.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm sorry. I meant
One
to say
day.
part 6 with Jolene. Jolene, I really like Jolene.
Jolene, that's one
see,
that's on Netflix?
yeah.
I ain't like that one that much.
Um, I really like the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure art style, but at this like the things that happen within the anime is so annoying. I stop watching it. I stop watching it, then I get back into it. I stop, then I get back into it. That's my
Oh,
relationship with JoJo.
You have
right
to
now.
see Joseph versus Cars. You have to see Joseph versus Super Cars. You have
Okay.
to see Joseph versus Super Cars when he you see Anime Night smiling look. Oh, you want to see Bizarre? I mean, spoiler, like he turns his hands into feathers.
Yeah, my sister
it is
tells
the
me all
most
kinds of things.
bizarre. It was the most bizarre transformation I have ever seen. I'm like, yes, please.
Oh man, like he was a god. He was a god.
Yeah, and finally, I've been reading Vagabond the manga because I love samurai flicks. I love everything samurai, the Edo period, the ancient Japan. I mean, I told you guys before, like I'm a Japanator. I'm like obsessed with Japanese history.
You would probably you would probably like Trek to Yomi.
Yeah.
I streamed that a long time ago.
Yeah.
I can't I will warn you, it is difficult. But once you once you figure out what is what as far as gameplay, you'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Real quick before we end today's chat,
Mhm.
Andy, Chin Ho is in the chat and he's like telling you what to watch and stuff like that in regards
All right, hold on.
to
So which part? So you skipped? Oh my God, no. Jarlene, part
it's part
6.
6. You can't skip part 2.
You can't skip
Andy.
part 2, Andy. Part 2 is where part 2 is where you start, Andy. Vagabond, awesome. Okay. Yeah, Vagabond. I've been reading the manga, and I'm surprised Vagabond never got an anime adaptation. Like it just hasn't happened. And it's one of those anime just does not get to finish because of how realistic it is, right? That's those because I like to collect a lot of seinen manga, like adult manga, not necessarily hentai, just like more mature themes. And as far as video games, man, I have not been gaming recently. Recently I played Cyberpunk 2077, and I played like 6 hours of it, then I stopped. It is a pretty cool game, but like the the dystopian world that they live in Cyberpunk is a little bit disturbing. I'm not gonna lie.
It reminds me of the it reminds me of District 9 and Elysium.
Yes,
it reminds me of that.
Yeah, very cyberpunk. And now the games that I'm kind of waiting for, I'm trying to play some indie games, but most importantly, I'm hoping that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes to PC next year sometime. And that's basically what I've been up to, what I've been consuming. I've been increasing my Berserk manga collection.
There we
I
go.
got four of the omnibus, the deluxe like 3-in-1 omnibus. I'm on number 4. I'm trying to increase. I'm trying to get all of them by within the next few years.
Sweet.
Yeah. So absolutely fantastic. Oh, by the way, a new Berserk volume coming out probably by the end of this year. New Berserk volume. So that's the first volume created by Kentaro Miura's own students. All right. Alrighty then.
Good stream.
This was an amazing stream after such a long time, guys. Do we have any last words for our audience?
I love fan service. That's about it. That's all I got, boys.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for this stream. Thank you so much for joining us. We had a lot of fun. This is one of the longest streams I think we've had. And you guys have a good night. It's your boy Andy Matrix with Dante Dash and Anime Night. Godspeed, everybody. Godspeed.
Later.
Don't forget to follow us on social media. Make sure to follow up Anime Night on YouTube and Twitter.
Yeah, subscribe to Anime Night.
All right, subscribe to the channel.
Give me the 500 and affiliate. I will do something for that.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Let's get him there, guys.
Peace.
All right. Good night, guys.
Peace.